Alright, so this is my audience. Alright, so before I get started here, how many people here ride a bike actively?
I do.
I do.
Alright, so just about everybody. And this speech is for you. So, when we all first started riding our bikes when we were kids, we probably wore a helmet when we were first starting out. If you're like me, you probably took several tries, or you could even go just a couple feet without falling down. Now, as time went on, we got better. What seemed impossible at first, now we could go miles without falling down at all. As we got better, something else changed. We also stopped wearing our helmets. And really, that's kind of just sad. Somewhere down the line, we got this thought into our head that's just where we were just thinking, we've been riding for years and nothing bad has happened. So why keep wearing this helmet? We're not going to fall down. Nothing's going to get our way. We're not going to crash into anything. We're not a little kid anymore. We don't need the helmet. But what if one of those times you do crash into something? What if one of those times you do get hit by a car, or you do hit a tree? After I present this research that I found, hopefully I can persuade some of you that whenever you ride your bike, reconsider wearing your helmet so you're prepared for whatever may happen to you. While people ride their bikes every day without anything happening to them, the evidence that I'm going to present here shows that there's always a risk of something happening. According to G.B. Rogers in his article, Bicycle Helmet Use Patterns in the United States, over 500 million non-fatal bike-related injuries are treated in emergency rooms each year. And as many as 1,000 deaths involve cyclists each year. Out of all these injuries, head injuries are the most serious. 30% of all injuries that are treated in the hospital are either to the head or face. And 62% of all deaths involve injuries to the head. A helmet could have prevented all of these deaths, or at least made them much more benign injuries. However, the truth of the matter is, just because someone owns a helmet, it does not necessarily mean that they will wear one. According to Rogers' article, when people were asked why they don't wear a helmet, people said things like, they forgot, it's uncomfortable. They weren't going very far, so they didn't see the need for the helmet. They weren't driving the streets, so they weren't going to crash into any cars or get hit by any cars. They're going to go slow, so they wouldn't fall down. They don't ride that much, so they don't even own a helmet in the first place. Or they just thought wearing one was totally unnecessary to begin with because they thought it was just some marketing scheme to get money. They also said that there's no law against it. In some states, there's only a law for a few kids for kids as young as 13 to have to wear a helmet, but for some, adults are pretty much excused from this, which is also somewhat weird because motorcyclists in most states are legally required to wear a helmet if they're riding in the streets, which they usually are because it's a motorcycle. However, bicycles is the same thing, just not motorized, so why not wear a helmet? Here's something that happened to someone who wasn't wearing a helmet at the time of their accident. This is the story of Susanna Kopchins. A couple months ago, she was riding her bike on a typical day. Susanna had her helmet with her, and she planned on putting it on once she got to a busier road that she was familiar with. Susanna never got to that busier road. On her way riding there, she flipped over her bike handles after skidding on some sand and was knocked unconscious. She then spent the night in a hospital and most likely suffered a minor brain injury. After that experience, she had this to say after recovering from her injury. I'm a strong advocate of wearing a bike helmet, no matter the age of the rider or the distance of the ride. Cycling isn't dangerous. Riding a bike without a helmet is. It should be common sense, like wearing your seatbelt in a car. And honestly, I agree with that. It should be common sense, because basic safety. We were taught as kids, so why stop doing it? There's some truth to it. And you can avoid this exact same fate that happened to her just by making the one simple change of wearing your helmet. Above all, you should wear your helmet when you know the area you're going to or the weather is going to make your ride there much more dangerous. And to go a step beyond that, you should at least get in the habit of wearing your helmet every time you ride a bike. And even to go above that, try and get a law passed in your state, talk to your congressman or something like that, and have them pass a law that requires cyclists to wear a helmet at any age, not just kids. If you make this one simple change, it will protect you from any unsuspected accidents that could happen to you. It is possible for you to ride your bike without exposing yourself to any risk, so why take the risk? Just by making this change, you will avoid accidents that have happened to so many other people that have either been injured or died as a result of not wearing their helmet. So today I encourage everyone to make this one simple change that could very well save your life. It's just as Suzanne Kopchen said, cycling isn't dangerous. Riding a bike without a helmet is. And so thank you for your time, and here's my audience once again.